Well, today we're talking about some hearing protection. I use hearing protection for various things. Mainly I use it for shooting guns, just to protect my hearing. It's very important. There's nothing manly about not wearing, earmuffs or earplugs or anything like that. I mean, some people have that perception, like, I'm a man. I don't need hearing protection. I'm just going to shoot a gun, right? Or the other excuse that, well, you're not going to be able to put on hearing protection if you need to defend yourself. Well, it's common sense. Hearing's very important, and like I said, it doesn't make you an extra man to be able to just take, shooting guns all the time and busting out your eardrums. So I do definitely use hearing protection when I'm shooting, for comfort and to protect my hearing, which is very important. As well as other stuff outside of shooting sports, something as simple as using a backpack blower. I have a leaf blower. I live in the woods, so I get tons of leaves. I have to clean that up every year. After storms, I have debris everywhere, from the trees and all kinds of stuff. So constantly using a leaf blower. I have a backpack leaf blower. It's quite loud, and it's not usually a 5-minute job. Usually I'm using the thing for half an hour, 45 minutes at a time, or longer in some cases. And, it's way more comfortable to use a set of earmuffs as opposed to just listening to it. So, yeah, I have a lot of experience with hearing protection. I've used everything from the little plugs to sonic ears to these over-the-ear, electric muffs. But this is the newest thing. Now, I first saw these on Hickok 45's channel. It's his preferred hearing protection, as you can tell by every single video. When I first saw those, that was my first exposure to this style of hearing protection. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of like just the rubber plugs, but you don't have to worry about them falling out. You don't have to worry about them on a string, because I've tried that before, where it's just on a cheap plastic cord or whatever. That stinks. I never liked that setup either. But I like the idea of doing an in-the-ear hearing protection. Now, I prefer, for comfort, something like this, muffs. Okay, I like something that goes around my ear as opposed to in my ear. Some people don't have a problem with that, but I just always had a problem with comfort with just shoving something in my ear hole. I don't know. I'm not the guy walking around with, my headphones on all the time. If I were that guy, I would definitely be headphones like this as opposed to, just regular headphones, like iPhone headphones, But anyway, so I saw Hickok 45 had them. I thought they're very interesting. I always thought, I'm going to go pick them up and I'll try them out sometime, but I never did. Never did. And guess what? I ended up getting a pair in a battle box a while ago. And ever since I started using these, I don't go back to these. I save these for my wife, or if I'm shooting with someone else, it'll be the company's, hearing protection. This is my go-to now. These things are awesome. Although I still feel like this is a little more comfortable than this, just because I have a preference of over the ear as opposed to in the ear, I can still deal with these. They're really not that bad at all. What I like about these so much over something like this is just how light it is, okay? And just how comfortable it is. And another major factor is I always wear eye protection as well, not only with the shooting sports, but again, crossing over into yard work, whether you're weed whacking, mowing your lawn, even leaf blowing. You can get shrapnel and stuff that kicks back up and blows into your eyes. You don't want that. So it's good to have eye protection as well as ear protection. So with these, I don't have a problem with the glasses, the arms on the glasses, where something like these, I have to put my eye protection on first, then this. Because if I put these on first, let's say this is the glasses or whatever, I can't get it comfortably in between, this bracket here and my head, around my ear. It's a huge pain in the butt. It really is. And I've done it many, many times because I use these for years. But now going with something like this, it's just so simple. I usually have this resting on the back of my neck, the same as Hickok 45 uses them, and I see other people use them. These little rubber parts actually go in your ear. They're hollow. They're comfortable. What I like about this is there's some spring. You can see naturally, you can see how close they are. Okay, so when they're in your ears, this has a natural tension to push into your ears. So I'm not manually shoving something in my ear, which to me is uncomfortable. This just, literally, when you put this over your head and you slowly let go of it, it plugs both your ear holes very nicely, very comfortably. It doesn't feel obtrusive to me. It doesn't feel invasive, I guess. Not obtrusive, but invasive is the word I'm looking for. Also, they're very easy to clean. You can pop them right off, wash them on, on the sink, because obviously, you get some earwax or something on there. Even if you do clean your ears, you can still get some wax. They still get dirty. It's not something you're going to want to transfer over to someone else, whereas that's pretty much the only negative I see to these, is I can use this and then hand it to someone else and they can use it. It's no big deal. But I don't necessarily want to put these in my ears right after someone else had them in their ears, because, you know, you got earwax on that, and that doesn't sound like a fun time to me. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only downside to these. Another major positive is just how cheap they are. You get these for $5 or $6. They have different colors, different setups, or whatever, but basically essentially the same thing. $6, really. Something like this costs like $35 to have the electronic ear muffs. You can get cheap ear muffs as, you know, as low as maybe 10 or 15 bucks, but again, you're getting what you pay for. This is definitely higher quality. I do like the fact that I can turn on the electric portion of this and I can still hear people just fine. You know, the audio is coming in, but it'll cancel out higher decibels like a gunshot. So that's, you're not hearing that portion of sound, but you can still have conversations with people. But again, the advantage to this, especially with the eye protection, is I can just pop these out of my ears and just, you know, let it hang around my neck. It literally half a second, take them off, that's done. This is much more of a pain to take on and off, especially with the, you know, the eye protection. Well, that pretty much wraps it up, guys. Just wanted to talk about these a little bit. I've just been so impressed with them. They're super, super lightweight, just really easy, really cheap, and way more friendly in addition to using the eye protection. And it's not just for shooting stuff. You know, if you're not into guns, you use hearing protection on all kinds of things. Besides yard work, I also use hearing protection when I went down to the tracks, when I used to watch NASCAR. You know, when you're at a race, a NASCAR race, it is loud. I'm really shocked because when I go to races, and it's not that often, but the races I have been, almost every single time I'll see someone with like kids and sometimes even a baby or a toddler, and they have no hearing protection, no earmuffs, no plugs, nothing. And I'm thinking, come on, you know, have some common sense. It is extremely, extremely loud at those races. A lot of adults have hearing protection, so you know, you're bringing your kids, you gotta have something. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's lots of different uses for this, but I'm kind of aiming this video towards the gun people who are already using something like this. Just saying, it's worth checking out for $6. Super cool. So there you go. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.